We're 3 weeks into the Chiseled Ones. They have one more week to go, and I have just seen amazing, amazing things from this group of 30. They are dedicated, they are motivated, and they are showing you that you can do it no matter what your circumstances are. We've had people not see the scale budge, but see huge inches come off of their body, and they keep going. One of the gentlemen, Vincent, had a baby the first week of the Chiseled Ones, was at the hospital with his wife. His wife even had to go back in for an emergency because she was bleeding due to some complications, and he still got his workouts in, still got his food in, kept pushing even though he was there for his family 110%. Julia's been sick twice in the last 3 weeks, and she still gets up when she can and gets those workouts in. She stays on top of the food, and most importantly, she stayed positive throughout the entire process. We have just seen amazing, amazing changes from this group, and I cannot wait to see what the last week brings.
There's temptations everywhere, whether or not it be a glass of wine, which is my weakness, or an ice cream that my kids are gonna have, or anything, like just being out and about. That's been my biggest struggle, and I think all of us have kind of struggled with that.
It's just a scale, it's just a number. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move on. I'm not even gonna worry about that. I'm gonna take my measurements. I'm gonna go upstairs and kiss the boys, make a good breakfast, and then I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day.
Our fitness is improving, our habits are improving, our lives are improving. I really have a new outlook on my personal Beachbody business. Because of this group, because of you guys, because of Autumn, I have had to step way outside my comfort zone. I think the coming year is going to be an enormous change in how I proceed with Beachbody and my team and my challenge groups and my team members that I already have.
Not the healthiest question ever, but curious minds want to know, do you ever have a cheat meal? And if so, how often? And if you do, what do you eat? What do you allow yourself to cheat with?
Yes, I do have cheat meals. It really depends on if I'm prepping for something or not. If I have a big shoot coming up, no, I won't have anything. I'll be really regimented with what I am eating. But if I'm just living life and there's nothing big coming up, I probably have one once every 2 to 3 weeks. I save them for usually the weekends if I'm gonna do something with friends or something like that. And it really just depends on where I'm going out to eat. My favorite cheat meal would be a burger and sweet potato fries. But this past weekend I did have a cheat meal. I went out for Mexican with a bunch of friends, and I had chips and guacamole and a margarita, and it was delicious.
I want to ask whether or not there's certain foods that we should be varying in our diet and not doing daily because they can lead to, I guess, more constipation than others.
Yes, there are, but here's the thing. Everybody is really different. If you're not used to eating really clean, then sometimes just cleaning it up, believe it or not, will slow things down. It could also have the exact opposite effect and really speed things up in terms of going to the bathroom. Sometimes just eating more protein slows your system down, your digestive tract down. Make sure you're getting in your green containers, your vegetables. Make sure you're getting in your purple containers, your fruit. Fiber is really good and really important to keep everything moving through your system. Vegetables that are really good to have in order to keep everything moving through, kale, cucumbers, bell peppers, broccoli, cauliflower, anything that is water-based. So a vegetable that has a crunch to it is really gonna help move things through. So you wanna make sure you are doing that. If you're still having issues, make sure you're drinking tons of water, and also you can add digestion boost, the digestive boost from the Shakeology line to your Shakeology, and that should definitely help as well.
Hey Autumn, it's Dante in Crybaby Corner as usual. My question for you is, at what point should we recalculate our calorie brackets during the program?
You only recalculate at the end of a round. I know a lot of people want to recalculate in week 2 or 3 if they've lost a bunch of weight, but really you don't need to recalculate until the end of the round. So the Chiseled Ones will recalculate at the end of 30 days.
I want to compete and want to definitely continue on this journey when we are done. What is your advice for me just in terms of building muscle, preparing, any and everything that I guess you can tell me?
This is really different for everybody, and it really depends on 1, where you're at in your fitness journey, and 2, when you're planning on competing, so how much time you have until your competition. Shayla, for you, you're coming off of the Chiseled Ones, I would actually tell you to do a full round of the Masters Hammer and Chisel to make sure you build a little bit more muscle. And then I would switch over to 21 Day Fix Extreme so you can start cutting down just a little bit more. And again, it just depends on how many rounds you would do depending on when you are competing. But the Masters Hammer and Chisel is a fantastic way to be building lean muscle and staying shredded at the same time to prep for a competition.